Okay, so let's see. What was my low, my high, my act of kindness? I guess my low is the fact that we had dinner incredibly late last night. Because I was visiting my folks, right? And my dad had a meeting to go to. And my mom, every Tuesday and Thursday, she'll watch my nephews. But, here's it. With my mom, she has a problem with saying no to my nephew, specifically when it should be time for her to go home. Like, she didn't get back to her house until like 7 o'clock at night. Actually, almost 8 o'clock at night. So, and my father had a parish council meeting, which, I mean, I kind of saw that coming, but, you know, you'd think of the two of them, my mom would get home a little bit earlier than what she did. But it was all worth in the end, because my mom made hamburger soup again, and that was my high. It was really good ham. And I actually got to have dinner with my family. That's where my high too. As late as it was, at the end of the day, literally at the end of the day, because it's like 9 o'clock at night, we're finally having dinner. It was good. It was very good. And fun fact, this is actually the first time my mom actually put butternut squash in that soup. Crazy, huh? And it was really funny too, because my dad asks, "What are these orange cubes in there?" And we're like, "That's butternut squash." To be fair, it also had carrots in it. And yeah, sometimes carrots can look like butternut squash if they're cut up into cubes. They have to be pretty big cubes though. But there you go. So yeah. By the way, my act of kindness was I helped my folks prepare for a garbage day, because the garbage day is going to be today, which is actually kind of nice considering that, you know, tomorrow's going to be Thanksgiving, which I'm excited for. I'll talk about my Thanksgiving plans a bit later, but first things first, happy hump day, everyone. That's right, it's Wednesday. Actually, I don't know why, last couple of days I feel like I have to move back a little bit. There we go. This seems a bit better. I have to say, yesterday was extraordinarily nice. I mean, it's that kind of nice where it's a beautiful day outside. We'll say partly cloudy, I think, even though I saw a lot more blue than clouds. And there really wasn't much wind. It was all around a very nice day. But had you not known any better, you would have known that it was cold. But it's that kind of cold where it's consistently like 40 degrees or less. And I think we're now officially in that time of year, specifically, at least in upstate New York, where, and yes, this is something that we really do, we'll take like beer and relatively perishable food items, and we'll just leave them in our car. Remember, the danger zone is between 40 and 140. Anything less than 40 is okay. So if it's like 37 degrees outside, and you have like, I don't know, let's say, what's perishable? I'll say milk. Well, you have milk in your car. You could actually theoretically leave it in your car. Here's the thing. You can do that now, but I would leave the windows rolled down so cold air can actually get inside of your car. By the time we get to like late December, January, February, you can pretty much leave that stuff in your car all night long, because it really will be that cold. Unless it's like 2016. That actually reminds me. I mentioned this before. 2016 was a very hot year. In fact, it was actually so hot that New Year's Eve of 2016 was 45 degrees outside. And I'll actually never forget this. And to this day, I'm so mad at my father about this. This is back when I was living with my folks. it was actually really hot in the house. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to open my window. Why not? Open my window. This is like around 11 o'clock at night, because remember, it's New Year's Eve. We're going to be, counting down to midnight, whatever. So my window's open. It actually feels really good. 45 degrees. Yeah, 45 degrees is technically considered cold, but come on, that's for late December, that's not remotely unbearable. Like, you can tolerate 45 degrees, realistically. So I'm in my room, my folks come in, specifically my dad, and he yells at me that the window's open. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing? The heat, you're letting the hot air." I'm like, "Dad, the heat isn't even on in the house. I'm actually really hot." His yelling made me miss the ball drop that year. Yeah, I'm still mad at my dad about that. Because that's so stupid. I mean, listen, if you're hot and you think the window's open, it's going to work, you can leave it open. Honestly, I don't know why I took that nonsense. I mean, yeah, I was 27 years old and living with my parents, but the point is I was still an adult. I really didn't have to take that, even if it was my father. Oh well. I mean, thankfully I live in an apartment now, so I can leave my windows open all I want. I mean, I don't, because sometimes it just doesn't occur to me that I can do that. But at this moment in time, I don't feel like I need to, because I can also control the heat in my apartment building, which the heat in my apartment building is weird, because for like 6 months out of the year, you only have heat, but you can't use air conditioning. And for the other 6 months, you only have air conditioning, but you can't use heat. You only have one or the other, but you can't have both. So let's say that for whatever reason, it's like really cold in this building on like a hot summer day, but you don't want your air conditioning on. You simply don't turn it on. There's no option to turn on your heat. I mean, not that you would turn on your heat during summer, but that's how it works. Although I definitely can say, depending on the time of year, whether the heat is on or the air conditioning is on, it definitely affects the tap water in my apartment building. Yes, I am one of those uncultured slobs that will drink tap water. I mean, bro, having running water in your home is like having a sink is the reason why we want running water in our houses. So we can have water readily available to us. I mean, you're probably thinking, ew, tap water, that's gross. Let me tell you something. First of all, if you think that drinking tap water is gross, you need to learn some humility, because having running water really is a gift. I mean, we do take it for granted because it's in every household now, but there was a very long period of time when that was never the case. You have to walk uphill both ways to get water. Okay? That's how crazy it was back in the day. For me, as long as it's cold, clear, doesn't smell or taste funny, I'm not gonna care. Like, if I'm thirsty, I will drink that. Again, as long as it's cold to the touch, clear, obviously looks clean, and it doesn't smell or look dirty. So, there you go. Or it tastes weird. I mean, sometimes you get like, actually not here. Some homes that have like sulfur or whatever, that's not too bad, I guess. Like a tiny little bit of sulfur shouldn't like kill you. Not that I'm aware of. Like, you have to drink like a stupid amount of it for it to be remotely harmful, if it is harmful. I don't know. That's all I know about, sulfur and chemistry and stuff. I actually used to know a lot more, but I'm not in school anymore, so why would I care? It's a real shame too. I actually used to, this is back when I did my class and session video on environmental studies. I used to remember like all of the major cycles on our planet. The water cycle, the oxygen carbon dioxide cycle, the nitrogen cycle. Actually, I think that was it. Was it one more? I don't think there was any more. Yeah, I think I got the big three. And this is actually really funny. I'll never forget this, because this happened only twice throughout my entire time at Trinity-Pawling taking environmental studies, where the teacher and I said the exact same thing at the exact same time. And in this particular instance, because we're preparing for our final, because actually Trinity-Pawling should be already having their finals right now. Oh yeah, they have their finals in November. If you're an underclassman, you have finals in June. If you're a senior PG like I was, this was your finals week. I mean, I did pretty good. I think I got like what did I get my environmental final? I know I did better than 80. Man, I completely forgot what I got in that final. And I don't think I ever actually saw what my final... I know I did better than 80, I know that. I don't think I got 90 though. Somewhere between 80 and 90, I think that's what I got in that final. But in preparing for the final, we're all in class together, and my teacher's going over like the nitrogen cycle and the phases of the nitrogen cycle. He's going, nitrification, ammonification, and then at the same time we both go denitrification, and I'm like, ooh, as I'm here, he's next to me, but he's standing, and I'm sitting in my chair, kind of like this. Not actually, more like, actually my desk is here. I'm kind of like this, or whatever. So like writing everything down, going over my notes or whatever, going through everything, getting ready for the final, and I hear him like nitrification, ammonification. He's right next to me. Denitrification? We both say it at the same time. And we both look at each other like, ooh. That's just perfect timing, man. It was great. Come to think of it, I distinctly remember my finals week at Trinity-Pawling being pretty... we'll make this a TV tales because this is finals week. I remember my finals week being pretty okay. I mean, because we had a final project paper for at that point it was Asian history. So that's not really a final. So the finals I had were English, functional analysis and trigonometry, environmental studies. I think that's about it. So I was taking choir, but choir doesn't have a final. Theater arts, that didn't have a final either. Yeah, I only had 3 finals. And I remember functional analysis and trigonometry, which was essentially math. I killed that final. Got 95 on that final. Okay, this is where it's going to get really funny. But 95, which was my score, was the second highest grade of anyone who took that final, right? 95, that's pretty good. You get 95 on a final, man. I don't think anyone's going to complain. I would never complain. But it turns out one kid scored higher than me with a 99. And the only reason why it wasn't 100 is because this is the kind of teacher who would purposely not give out hundreds based on principle. And I want to make one thing clear. I love this guy. This guy was a great teacher. Because I mentioned this before, when I took functional analysis and trigonometry, like, sometimes you just didn't even learn anything. We just talked about issues and stuff. It was actually a really great class. But here's where it gets funny. Again, I never name names so as not to embarrass or offend anyone. But the kid with the higher score than me, his nickname was the Woo Train. So, yes, an Asian person beat me at math. Some people out there like, bro, you didn't have a chance. I guess I did. I wasn't even trying to prove that stereotype wrong, but I guess I never proved that stereotype wrong. I guess. I don't know. The only other one I had was English, and that was a bunch of essays. Lord knows what I was writing about, though, but, you know, it was English. Again, English was, I mean, it's not that I really did bad in English, it's just, you know, you guys know me. I hate reading, I hate studying, I hate doing all that. You know, honestly, isn't the fact that this kid is going to school punishment enough as it is? I mean, the reason why we want to get home as soon as possible is because it's the longest period of time before we have to go back. Oh, but wait, you have to do the work they give you at home. Which, yeah, I know why. It provides a learning opportunity so you don't forget what you learn. I get that. That's actually a good idea. I hated it at the time, but I understand now why you do that. But the fact I did that well during, you know, finals week, that particular finals week, and this was the first time I was really ever on my own, too. This was huge for me. I mean, I completely messed up in college a lot because, again, the whole not studying thing and only doing just... Because here's the thing, when it came to college, of course I would always do the work I was given. Of course I do my homework. Of course I do all that. I just didn't really study for exams because I'm not really a good studier. That was it. That was all. Again, that part never really interested me. But I graduated from Trinity-Pawling. I graduated from Gettysburg College. I'm an educated man. I'm an idiot, but I can say I'm an educated man. So, take that what you will. Come to think of it, today should be the day where, so I do believe Trinity-Pawling should be taking their last finals today, and then they're going home for a few days. If that's the case, I wish you well on your last finals. Hopefully all your other finals went well also. Hope y'all, if anyone's traveling today, please get home safe, drive safe. If you're already home and you want to go out partying, be careful. You only just got home, and, you know, I would hate it if something bad happened. Hey, listen, it's Thanksgiving Eve. Lots of people have off. You know a lot of people are going to be partying today. So, drive safe, stay safe, make good choices. I know I'm going to be saying that in a minute, but bears repeating. And see y'all tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I hope y'all liked this video, and if you did, follow me on social media, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As always, I am very humbled I made this video. For all of you guys watching, enjoy for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.